Good day, everyone. Again, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and, of course, click the notification bell for more videos to come. Okay, our lesson for today is all about factoring polynomials. Specifically, since we have so many methods on how to factor polynomials, yung pag-uusapan natin ngayong araw na to is all about factoring polynomials with greatest common monomial factor or GCMF. Okay, so always remember that in factoring polynomials, you have to always look for a GCF before using any other factoring method. Ibig sabihin, bago tayo mag-proceed into another method of factoring techniques, ang gagawin natin, i-check muna natin kung pwede siyang ma-factor using GCF or GCMF. Okay, so for this factoring method, we are going to follow 3 steps. Number 1, find the greatest common factor. When we say greatest common factor, ito yung pinakamalaking number na pwedeng mag-divide doon sa dalawang number na kinukuhanan natin ng GCF. Later on, mas maiintindihan natin siya kapag nagbigay tayo ng example. And once makuha natin yung GCF, automatically, yun po yung first factor ng polynomial na given. Okay, second step, divide the polynomial by the GCF. Since we have found the GCF already in step number 1, ang gagawin natin kay step number 2, yung given polynomial will be divided by the GCF. At yung quotient nun, pag dinivide natin yung polynomial kay GCF, yung quotient nun is the other factor. And since in step 1, we have the first factor already, which is the GCF, in step 2, we have the second factor, which is the quotient. Ang gagawin natin kay step 3, we have to express the polynomial as the product of the quotient and the GCF. Yun lamang po. And then we will understand these steps as we go along with the examples. Let's have example number 1. Factor the following polynomials. Number 1, we have 6x squared plus 10x. So we can see we have here a binomial which is composed of 2 terms, kaya siya tinawag na binomial. Okay, the first thing that we need to do is to follow step 1. We are going to get the GCF. GCF ng numerical coefficient first. What are the numerical coefficients in this given? In the first term, the numerical coefficient is 6. In the second term, the numerical coefficient is 10. So, ibig sabihin, kukunin natin yung GCF ng 6 at saka ng 10. Paano natin kukunin yung GCF ng 6 at saka ng 10? All we need to do is to find its prime factors. Example, yung 6 dito, ito po yan. The prime factors of 6 are 3 and 2 because 3 times 2 equals 6. And 3 and 2 are both prime numbers. How about the factors of 10? The factors of 10 are 5 and 2 because 5 times 2 equals 10. And take note, both 5 and 2 are prime numbers. And for us to be able to get the GCF, all we need to do is to take the common factor. In this example, we only have one common factor, which is 2. So since we only have one common factor, which is 2, that would automatically be the GCF. Pero kapag nagkataon na meron siyang 2 common factors, say for example, meron 2 dyan, tapos halimbawa meron ditong 4 at saka 4, so magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang common factors. Yung dalawang common factors na yon, 2 and 4, i-multiply lang natin yon, 2 times 4 equals 8. Pero as I have said, in this specific example, we have only one common factor, which is 2. So therefore, that would automatically be the GCF. At ilalagay natin siya dito. Saan naman galing yung x? X is the GCF of x squared and x. Paano kumuha ng GCF ng parehas variable? The GCF of these two variables, x squared and x, ay yung may pinakamababang exponent. Ano bang exponent dito ni x squared? Ang exponent niya ay 2. How about si x? Ano yung exponent ni x? Ang exponent niya, although hindi siya nakalagay, it is understood to have an exponent of 1. So sa dalawa, x squared and x, yung may pinakamababang exponent ay yung x. And since both of them are x, so yung common factor or the greatest common factor between x squared and x is x kasi yun yung may pinakamababang exponent. So we already have the GCF of 6 and 10, which is 2, and the GCF of x squared and x, which is x. We will proceed now with the second step. How are we going to do the second step? As we have learned in the second step a while ago, we are going to divide this polynomial by the GCF 2x. So meaning, each term, una muna yung 6x squared will be divided by 2x, and then susunod, 10x will be divided by 2x. Let us start with the first term, 6x squared. 6 divided by 2 is 3. X squared divided by x is x. And then copy, plus, and then we'll proceed with the second term, 10x divided by 2x. Let's start with the coefficient, 10 divided by 2, 5. X divided by x, that would be equal to 1. And since 1 yun, hindi na natin siya kailangang isulat. So we have 3x plus 5 as the second factor. And then step 3, sabi, we will have the factor of the given polynomial to be the product of the GCF and the quotient. So, eto na po yung factors natin. The factors of 6x squared plus 10x is equal to 2x times 3x plus 5. Okay, let's proceed to the second example. So for example, we have 10a cubed b raised to 4 plus 20a raised to 4 b raised to 3 minus 30a cubed b cubed. Okay, let us start first by finding the GCF of the numerical coefficients. What are the numerical coefficients in this polynomial? In the first term, the numerical coefficient is 10. In the second term, the numerical coefficient is 20. In the third term, the numerical coefficient is 30. So we have 10, 20, and 30. Now the question is, what is the greatest common factor between 10, 20, and 30? Ibig sabihin, ano ba yung pinakamataas na number na pwedeng mag-divide kay 10, 20, and 30 na ang magiging sagot ay whole number pa din, hindi decimal. Diba yung 10 can be divided by itself, which is also 10. 10 divided by 10 is equal to 1. Ang tanong, yung 20 ba at saka yung 30 pwede rin i-divide kay 10? Yes, because 20 divided by 10 is 2 and 30 divided by 10 is 3. So ibig sabihin, 10, 20, and 30 can all be divided by the GCF, which is 10. Obviously, ang GCF ng tatlong numerical coefficients na yan is equal to 10. Okay, let's proceed to the variables. We have a cubed, a raised to 4, a cubed. Alin sa tatlo ang may pinakamababang exponent? As we can see, ang may pinakamababang exponent ay a cubed. So therefore, that is the GCF of the variable a. How about b raised to 4, b cubed, and b cubed? Alin doon ang may pinakamababang exponent? That is b cubed. So we have b cubed to be the GCF. And the GCF between these three terms would be equal to 10a cubed b cubed. Ayun po ang GCF. Second step, we will divide this polynomial by the GCF. Okay, let us start. 10 divided by 10 is 1. So meaning, hindi na natin isusulat yon. A cubed divided by A cubed is also 1. Hindi na natin siya kailangang isulat. B raised to 4 divided by B cubed, that is equal to B. And then bring down plus sign. 20 divided by 10, that is 2. A raised to 4 divided by A cubed, that is A. B cubed divided by B cubed, that is equal to 1. So therefore, we are no longer going to write it here. Next is bring down the minus sign. 30 divided by 10 is 3. A cubed divided by A cubed is 1. B cubed divided by B cubed is also 1. So hindi na natin siya kailangang isulat dito. So 30A cubed B cubed divided by 10A cubed B cubed would be equal to 3. And this one here, 10A cubed B cubed times the quantity B plus 2A minus 3 are the factors of the polynomial 10A cubed B raised to 4 plus 20A raised to 4 B cubed minus 30A cubed B cubed. Okay, let's have the third example. 21m raised to 3 n raised to 4 p minus 14m raised to 5 n raised to 4. Okay, again, the first thing that we need to do is to get the GCF between the numerical coefficients, which are 21 and 14. What is the greatest common factor between 21 and 14? That is 7. Bakit 7? Because 21 can be divided by 7 and also 14 can be divided by 7. At yung 7, yung pinakamalaking number na pwedeng mag-divide kay 21 at kay 14 na ang magiging sagot ay hindi decimal kundi whole number pa din. So the GCF between 21 and 14 is 7. How about between m cubed and m raised to 5? Ano ba yung may mas mababang exponent? That is m cubed. How about n raised to 4 and n raised to 4? Parehas lang sila. So therefore, the common factor between them is n raised to 4. How about si p? Common ba si p between the two terms? It is not common because it is only part of the first term and there is no p in the second term. So therefore, we cannot write it as a common factor. So meaning the GCF between these two terms is 7m cubed n raised to 4. Okay, next step, we will divide this polynomial by the GCF. First is 21 divided by 7, that is 3. M cubed divided by m cubed, that is equal to 1. N raised to 4 divided by n raised to 4, that is also equal to 1. And we are no longer going to write it here because it's 1. So pag minultiply natin yung 3 kay 1, hindi rin naman mag-a-appear si 1 kasi 3 pa rin naman yung magiging sagot. How about yung P? Just copy P or bring down P. And then minus 14 divided by 7, that is equal to 2. M raised to 5 divided by m raised to 3, that is m squared. N raised to 4 divided by n raised to 4, that is equal to 1. So hindi na natin siya isusulat. So the factor of 21m cubed n raised to 4 p minus 14m raised to 5 n raised to 4 is equal to 7m cubed n raised to 4 times the quantity 3p minus 2m squared. Next, number 4, we have 12x raised to 5, y raised to 4, plus 6x cubed, y raised to 4. Let's start with finding the GCF between 12 and 6. What is the greatest number that can divide both of them? That is equal to 6. Kasi yung 12, pwede nating i-divide kay 6. Yung 6, pwede rin nating i-divide kay 6. At yung 6 na yon ay yung pinakamataas na number na maaaring pwedeng mag-divide kay 12 at 6 na ang magiging sagot ay whole number pa din, hindi decimal. Okay, next. How about between x raised to 5 and x cubed? The common factor ay yung may pinakamababang exponent, which is x cubed. And y raised to 4 and y raised to 4, parehas lang sila, so the common factor is y raised to 4. Next is to divide this polynomial by the GCF. 12 divided by 6, that is 2. X raised to 5 divided by x cubed, that is x squared. Y raised to 4 divided by y raised to 4, that would be equal to 1, and we no longer need it to be written here. Hindi na natin siya kailangang isulat kasi y raised to 4 divided by y raised to 4 is equal to 1, or makakancel lang din naman siya. So bring down the plus sign. 6 divided by 6, that is 1. Hindi na natin siya isusulat. X cubed divided by x cubed, that is also 1. Hindi na natin siya isusulat. Y raised to 4 divided by y raised to 4, that is also equal to 1. Hindi na rin natin siya isusulat. So anong nangyari? Wala tayong isusulat dyan? Hindi pwedeng wala tayong isusulat dyan since meron tayong plus dito. Since lahat ng yon 6x cubed, y raised to 4 divided by this GCF, ang sagot ng lahat ng yun ay 1. So meaning, isulat na lang natin dyan yung 1. Note, kailangan nating isulat yung 1 kasi wala namang natira. Lahat sila na-cancel. Unlike dun sa mga nauna kanina, say for example, y raised to 4 divided by y raised to 4, that is 1. Hindi na natin siya sinulat dito kasi meron naman ng 2x squared. At pag minultiply natin yung 2x squared kay 1, ang magiging sagot pa rin naman ay 2x squared. Unlike here, walang natira, so we need to write the quotient, which is 1. And this is going to be the factor of 12x raised to 5, y raised to 4, plus 6x cubed, y raised to 4. Okay, example number 5, we have 6a times the quantity m plus n minus 5b times the quantity m plus n. Kung mapapansin natin, obviously, may nakikita na kaagad tayo na common factor, which is m plus n. May m plus n dito, may m plus n din dito. So, the first step that we need to do is to write or to copy this common factor here, m plus n. And then times the quantity 6a minus 5b. Saan galing yung 6a minus 5b? Ito yun, 6a minus 5b. So it's as simple as that. The common factor is m plus n. Kopyahin na kaagad natin yun. And then the remaining factor is 6a minus 5b. So the factor of 6a times the quantity m plus n minus 5b times the quantity m plus n is, or are, m plus n and 6a minus 5b. So this is going to be the final answer. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for more videos to come. Again, good day and God bless everyone.